there was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
Well, how about this?
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back. Does anybody else want to stay?
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban Excellence, a product of my residence. From 40 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X Podcast.
Urban X Podcast.
We are in the building.
In the building.
How's everything going?
Amazing.
How's everything going in the chat out there? Everybody good? Y'all
Everybody
good?
look good. The chat look like it's already cooking.
That's what we need.
You heard?
That's what we need.
That's what we talking about. How was your week?
My 3 days since the pod? Since we've been back?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, we steady rocking now.
Yeah, exactly.
We steady rocking, steady busy.
No, it was good. A lot happened between the last show on Tuesday and today.
And this one. So that's why it's important for us to do a couple of shows.
Yeah.
Because we would have had to wait all the way to next week to get this thing cooking. So we are happy to be here with you in the building. I'm always excited about Thursday's show.
Okay.
So that we could get this thing really popping.
Okay.
You heard?
Yeah, so how we sound in the chat? How we sound? Somebody said we sound low.
Let me know, because we can always get this thing up a little higher.
But we here. So So real quick before we get started, last week it wasn't last week. It was Tuesday.
A little muffled.
Turn it up on the switcher. The arrows on the switcher.
No. Turn it up on webcam a little bit. Yeah, when you see webcam, Maybe you could bring it up a little bit because they saying we sounding a little low. Low. Check those levels. Levels is good. Check these levels right here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure them levels. I don't know. It sounds good to us. Sounds muffled. It's good.
Matter of fact, hold on. Go back to the beginning screen.
All right, we just gonna go for it.
All right, guys.
We don't want to, we're gonna check it in real time. Just every few minutes, we'll check in with our lovely audience.
Yes.
Who will tell us, if it's too muffled, sounds good, too loud,
Yeah, we all try to give you perfection, but sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it don't work. Sometimes it don't work. It's all good. Yeah. It's all good. So what do you say? We still sounding muffled on your end? All right, we just gonna go for it. All right. So everybody just turn down a little bit, and we're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it do what it do.
Okay. So a little update on I think it was what day was this? This was last week. Last week Thursday.
Last week Thursday
we did the adopt a mother with the Millennium Mothers thing.
Yes.
So originally it was only supposed to be one winner. But they announced it to their group. We announced it to the Urban X listeners.
And now we have how many winners?
10 winners.
10 winners. Clap that up.
Yes.
10 winners.
10 winners.
10 winners.
So thank you for all the people who decided to donate. Thank you for all the people who decided to participate. We really appreciate you. And we just want send a shout out to all the moms out there because Mother's Day is this Sunday. And
yes. Is this creeped up?
Yeah, it is.
Shout out somebody.
Black Mo, thank you.
Shout out to the love of my life, Valerie R. You are my world. Peace, Valerie.
And Isaiah Bryant, thank you.
And you deserve this guy who says you are the love of his life. You deserve someone like that. Yes.
All right, so let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
So, okay, last Thursday, we talked about this case of Ahmaud Arbery when he was killed jogging in, I think, Brunswick, Georgia.
Yes, somewhere in Georgia.
And I was unaware of this case, to be honest with you. So when we talked about it, I felt like we gave it its respect in what happened.
But we didn't have all the details.
And then the video didn't drop.
Right.
So the video came out, and then you just saw how just kind of, and I say this every time one of these videos of a black man getting shot, it just kind of desensitizes.
Yes, I'm going to speak about that.
But certain times it kind of hits you again, and this is one of those videos that kind of hit me again because if you watched it, and I didn't click on it to watch it, kind of just showing up on my timeline, but he was fighting for his life when, to the very last minute, to the very last second, and it was very jarring.
Yes.
But it reignited the whole case again because people started realizing when this happened in how many weeks ago?
Right.
Almost 10 weeks ago. Nothing happened to the people that shot these dudes. Travis McMichael and George McMichael, I believe that's his father. Mm-hmm. And it was another accomplice who was down.
Yes.
It was a neighbor who was down with that as well. And a lot of people have been calling for these guys' arrests. apparently the father used to work for the police department in that town.
And he was connected to the DA's
And he was
office.
connected to the DA's office. One of the district attorneys actually recused himself from the case, which...
Two of them
did? I thought one of them did.
Yes.
Two of them did. So, shady. Y'all saw what was going on. They were not planning to do anything. They thought that this case was going to be swept under the rug, but it did not.
Yes.
A lot of people called for their arrest, and today they were arrested.
Let's clap that up. Drop a bomb on that shit.
Today they were arrested. I wanted to also, I don't know if this
T.
is...
Lawrence, thank you so much.
I don't know if this is coincidence, but people for last couple days, people were calling for their arrest, and then soon as Kim Kardashian puts up a petition to get these guys arrested, they're arrested like within hours.
I'm gonna say that's a coincidence.
I don't know.
Per se, I mean, and that's not to take away from Melanin Man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's not to take away from her level of activism, what she's trying to do. Here's my point with this. As a father, you know what I'm saying? I immediately go, damn, that could have been one of my sons jogging, trying to get some fresh air, stay in shape. And we still live in a time in which, we're treated in this manner.
Right.
But what I'm not going to do is follow the script. And what I mean by that is, beyond me giving my condolences to this young man's family, what's the script after that, Malcolm? You know the script.
Yeah.
We get outraged.
Protest.
We protest.
Hashtag.
We hashtag.
March.
You see the mother on TV. I saw it with the lawyer.
Yep.
That's a part of the script as well.
Right.
We're frustrated. A celebrity speaks out.
Yep.
LeBron James. Another celebrity, Kim Kardashian. Next thing you know, it brings enough pressure that now they at least will get arrested, hoping that this quells the situation.
Right.
Then these two gentlemen clean themselves up. They come into court, and if it goes that far, and are judged by their peers.
Yeah.
And by the time this is all done, most of the time these gentlemen walk. I don't care what it looks like. And this is the frustrating part as black men and women in this country, because we can follow the script to a T because we've been through it so much. As you mentioned, we've been desensitized by this happening. We go, oh, another man shot, you know what I mean? Which is bad, but one day, this young man, see, we thought maybe Trayvon Martin would be the one, or
Mike
Brown. One day, it's going to be somebody connected to us who turn the F up and get busy. And that person's name could be him. That person's name is going to live forever, because we can't continue doing the same things and expecting a different result. That makes us insane. Right? And it shows that we are not ready to fight. That's what this whole first clip you saw with the Ant movie was really all about. So what I'm tired of is us all following the script with outrage, hashtag, you know what I'm saying, justice for this one. You see the mother.
Same buzzwords.
See the lawyer. We want justice. Then white people are going to come out in defense of these, because this is our goddamn neighborhood, and they trying to do them. We're going to get that aspect, which creates the divide and conquer. You could see it as clear as day.
And the divide within the divide, because
the
what I was
divide
saying,
within the divide.
Somebody was also talking about, somebody said that it was like a woke Olympics, because all of the so-called black leaders, activists, black pundits, they were going back and forth with just who could just sound the most outraged and who can sound the most woke about what was going on, and like that causes division within themselves.
Within division. And also on top of that, I'm thankful that we live in a time that we can film things now. Now this thing gets weird for me. Who was doing the filming?
Yeah.
That's the mystery. And is this what I don't want my brothers and sisters to do? I want you to don't be to the point where you desensitize, but don't get caught looking left, right? Because you see, as we're going to talk about, there are a number of these things happening simultaneously, and it's starting to make me think it's a part of a plan. Because they're getting ready to pass a bill, drop some vaccines, do something on the right-hand side. So that's not to negate and say that we are not concerned, because we are. As a black father, I'm always concerned. And I always tell my sons, you have nothing to prove to these racist individuals, in particular police officers.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand.
That's getting out of hand, so we'll talk about that too. So keep all of this in the mix, brothers and sisters, right? It's beautiful that we live in an era which we can film it, because if it was no film, this is under the water and it's done.
Yo, this happened 10 weeks ago.
This happened 10 weeks ago.
You really don't think about the impact that this would have had, because like once like all the details came out, when the video came out, then all the rest of the he recused himself.
Right.
Oh,
right.
He's down with them. Oh, that's what they.
But with no video, none of that is brought to light.
Yeah, like
this mother is crying. She's crying out for help. Her son has been gunned down unjustly. How many mothers in America can say that, but their story doesn't pick up the necessary momentum? Right? Mm-hmm. But somebody was filming. I don't know who was filming.
Somebody said a neighbor was filming. I'm not sure.
If it was a neighbor filming and it got to that neighbor's conscience to decide this is wrong. But this is what we're talking about when we talk about this new energy coming into. It's not going to be a black or white energy. And I'm just assuming the neighbor was white because he was running through a white neighborhood. I could be wrong, but anybody, if it's a white neighbor, it gets to the point where justice is going to be, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We can no longer hide and call ourselves human or a part of the human race and continue to witness things of this magnitude and do nothing. So am I saying all white people are going to? No, I said those who make the jump into this new paradigm that we're speaking about are going to be special individuals that may not be black or white. It's going to be people who go, yo, enough is enough. But as long as we follow the script, they already know. Scene 1 of the script, scene 2 of the script, scene 3, there's going to be an intermission because this is going to die down when we get a court date, and then it'll rev back up. They already know how this plays out because we become too predictable and how we extremely predictable. Free world boss.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Always. And I mean that from my heart, Ken.
Yeah, I just don't want us to become, like, we're supposed to be angry when we see these videos, you know what I'm saying?
But when you see 50 of them, or they can, because everybody's on Instagram just posting things, it creates a non-sensitivity.
Like, yo, if you, like, I always bring it back to South Park because, like I said, they always be on it. They did an episode on this a couple years ago about school shootings. Right. So one of the characters was, like, going crazy about the school shootings, and then everybody else is like, okay.
I don't know if that's twice, Free World, but if it is, thank you again.
I don't know if
it's a typo, thank you anyway. Looks like love.
But yeah, like she didn't, like, everybody else was like, oh, why you okay, we get it, school shooting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how desensitized, like, as Americans we've got.
That's how desensitized, and that's by design.
Yeah.
Right? So that when we see these things, because all the video games, you know, the movies, the video games, and this and that has desensitized us to violence overall. Same thing with ass. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, yeah.
Chicks on ass. Hey, I'm like, bitch, move. You know what I mean? So when we get to that point, we become, it's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
Which means there has to be time for something else. What's gonna keep our attention next?
Listen, this was a case of, this was supposed to be handled by the community.
Yes, absolutely. This is what I mean by somebody's name.
Like, this was supposed
is going to be attached.
This was supposed to be, like, really just
in the history. It's going to say, yo, for 18 times in a row, all they did is march and hashtag. But when this one happened, it was all bets is off. So we're not up here promoting violence, but we are simply saying one day, one of these individuals is going to be completely connected to the shift.
So what about what's happening over the country, all around the country with these cops and these cops fighting civilians? These cops.
This is crazy.
Somebody sent me a video from Baltimore. Cops was out there wilding.
They wilding everywhere, and this is the message I want to send to young black men right now. I need y'all to understand this. For 8 weeks, they've been backed up. They've been in their houses, the police officers, because there was no crime. Everyone was in the house. So imagine you have 8 weeks of pent up backed up energy because you used to out here killing black folks, shooting black folks, arresting black folks, harassing black folks, and you can't do it for 8 weeks. You're like a rabid dog. Yeah. And then when they let us out and they let you out at the same time, what do you think is going to happen? So we're seeing the byproducts of this going on, and it's ironic because they arresting you and sending you to jail for not obeying the corona laws, and they letting niggas out of jail who fucking got corona or for the same corona laws. This hypocrisy on the grandest level. And you know, these are the race soldiers. These are the last lines of defense. You know what I mean? The pawns. Yeah, the pawns. Yeah. Race soldiers, first line of that's what I mean. First line of defense. And in my book, Urban Culture Decoded, I clearly said most of these officers are the ones who couldn't become doctors, lawyers, architects in the white community. But one thing they know they can become is a police officer, right? They can pass that test and they still have or feel in a position of authority over us. So they still can come to our communities to hate us. And I'm not talking about the good police officers, whoever they are. I'm talking about the ones in positions of power. They hate us and they have a green light to activate that hate any way they see fit. And nothing has changed in this country. This is what I mean. This is all analog. Until this is erased, this concept of tyranny in this country where the police officers can now arrest me or harass me for breathing air. Right. You know what I mean? We have reached or sunk into new lows.
Thank you, Aunt C, for the donation.
Aunt C, thank you so much.
13074. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So this is where we're at, and this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Right? Imagine 8 weeks, I just want to get at these niggas. And then they let us loose. Yeah. And brothers is just out having a good time. Because you see them in the white neighborhoods, they are handing out masks. Here.
Photo ops.
Here's a mask. Yeah. Look at the police officers.
So, you know, and you talked about, like, following the script, like, scene 1. This is what they do, scene 2. So, again, scene 1 is everybody's upset about the cops. Scene 2 is get a black cop in a neighborhood shooting a basketball.
Yes. Oh, I saw that too.
Know what I'm saying?
Look, guys. He's connecting with the community.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then Kumbaya, and then it's What Under the Bridge.
It's What Under the Bridge. Or, again, keep us focused because, remember, our fear levels have dropped. Yes. Our anxiety levels have dropped because we're starting to figure some things out. Like it ain't behind the curtain ain't what you think is behind the curtain. So now they got to ramp up that fear and anxiety again and move the focus off of this corona and vaccines and all of this and focus it back on the one thing that they know they can get us riled up about: police brutality. Will there be justice in this case? Or, you know what I'm saying? So y'all got to start peeping game for what it is. Once you know how when you go to the movie, you already know no matter what kind of trouble this dude get in the movie, he gonna live. You know what I mean? So you don't even get all, sometimes my wife used to go, I be like, come on, baby. You know.
It's 30 minutes into the movie.
It's 30 minutes into the movie. He gonna face some situations, but he's gonna get out of it. So we understand what this is. Once you start peeping game, you know what's coming and you know how to adjust and adapt to it.
Okay.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Okay, so in more morbid news, there was a black man named Sean Reed who was filmed. He was live streaming actually, being chased by the police, and he got shot, I think 14 or 15 times
in his back.
He got tased and shot 14 to 15 times. And then you can overhear a cop saying he's going to need a closed casket.
Yes.
And then they did a press conference, and then one of the police officers, I don't know if that's a captain or whatever, said that he looked like he had a gun or he tried to shoot first, like, and then because he actually had 2 phones on him.
Right, he had 2 phones.
Yes, he actually had 2 phones on him, and they can't even get their story straight. They keep messing up the story.
Yeah, because it's murder. Yeah. It's murder, and see, now, let me reiterate this. We're in a generation of young people who live stream everything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So everything is a live stream, including their life being on the line. Yeah. It's a live stream. This is a movie we're in. And these young people are not afraid to die. condolences out to him and his family as well. I don't want you to misconstrue where I'm going with this. But young people are fearless in a sense, but they also looking to get the greatest moment. You know what I'm saying? Even in death, he wants to have the greatest moment filmed. So I don't know all of the details. I picked it up from in the car like everybody else.
Right.
Obviously, he was being chased.
Yeah.
And he was telling his mother he loves her, this and that. This is an Army veteran or somebody who spent time Air Force, and all of a sudden you see him running, and then you hear something, and you hear all of these shots fire out, and then what we hear happens after that. All right, so
Tanya Marshall, she's from Indianapolis. She said it happened yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep us abreast of these details because, again, this is somebody, my man. One of my boys out named Kevin out in Michigan said this happened out there. You know what I mean? It's not getting enough no news play and fanfare, but he says something very similar has happened in Michigan.
Okay, so we talked about like the timing of all of this. It seems like it's just being hit one by one, right?
Right. I'm sorry, he's from Nashville. Yes, go ahead.
So remember when Phil Valentine did that lecture on Brother Richard's channel, and he said like the goal, take it for what it's worth, is to try to get everybody inside so nothing of a staged event, like big stage event happens.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So what if like, I don't know, this is trying to get people actually riled up to do something. I don't know.
Listen, I wouldn't put anything past any of these individuals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the world we live in. We always speak about the multiple layers of the game where we're affected to keep us occupied. The next level where they're affected passing laws while we doing this. The next level where they're implementing or getting patents so that when the end game coming, they could benefit and stay rich. On the level above that, they are the ones who are truly making decisions. So this thing is crazy, and it always is. And I'm always telling you, just stay abreast.
Yeah, and again, sooner or later, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not promoting violence. I'm just saying sooner or later something has to give.
Statistics tell me sooner or later something has to give, or we are literally insane.
Because I'm tired.
Right? If we let this whole thing just continue to play out, then they have already got a true pulse on how to control original people, the original people of this hemisphere, this continent. When was the last time we really put in work?
Dude.
As a people. Again, not promoting violence, just asking. When was the last time we really put in work? Regarding, something that's going on.
So to kind of stay around this topic, right? We talked about the scene 1, scene 2, celebrities speaking out. LeBron, after the Ahmaud Arbery or Arbery case kind of resurfaced, I would say, because again, like this happened 10 weeks ago. He sent out a tweet, you know what I'm saying? Like, saying his thoughts, like, we can't even go out for drugs.
And let me say this right here. Because it came from LeBron, who's been doing this, it didn't seem out of the ordinary to voice outrage.
Right.
You know how you get some celebrities just trying to get on the front of the bandwagon. This is a great time. I'm home. Let me show I'm concerned. I never got that vibe from LeBron because LeBron has been consistently speaking out in his own way about issues that concern our community. Continue.
Right. So, a lot of people took that, like, that's what's up. Like, this is why, this is what separates him from other people. And then Jason Whitlock, your boy, that's your man. You watch him. I don't watch him. But yeah, Jason Whitlock, he goes on and say, like, this is trolling. He's using a black man's death to further push his brand because you're not hunted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're rich. Because he actually wrote an article saying that, LeBron has no idea what the struggle is like because he's too
Octavia
rich.
Denmore, thank you. And that is not true because LeBron grew up in the mud.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. He grew up in the mud.
So, Jason Whitlock was actually trending worldwide because people were just saying, like, yo, you're garbage. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, you use this
Absolutely.
to try to push your own narrative. You know what I'm saying?
And then there are those who saying, well, on the backdrop of Michael Jordan's documentary out. He just wants to further show and separate himself and all of that. Well, LeBron didn't put the video up yesterday. You know what I'm saying? He didn't wait until this documentary came out and then decide to bring it. All happened in real time. You know, we know the death happened then, but in terms of us being made aware to the video and all that, that just so happened to happen now. Your man Whitlock is off the meat rack anyway. He hated Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
And then gonna get up there and cry when Kobe died. Is he gonna do the same when LeBron passes away or whatever? Oh, I was talking. You know what I'm saying? This fat,
unathletic
meatball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Should know better. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong, because y'all gonna call me a hypocrite. Everybody, a broke clock is right twice a day. So sometimes he will have a little perspective, and I can say, okay, I agree with that, but that's with everybody. You know what I mean? But overall, he has accomplished nothing, in my humble opinion. And for you to say that in this climate right here,
it was just kind of like, like right now.
Right now, some things you got to keep to yourself. Some things you could have just been like, I'm not really sure I felt that. You don't get up and now you're doing the same thing you're accusing.
Well, there's a lot of people in the chat right now who are saying they don't, believe.
Chakra Khan, thank you.
Thank you. A lot of people who don't believe that LeBron was genuine about. Well, here's the thing.
That's your opinion. I'm just simply saying based on what he always does.
No, so here's the thing. Exactly, right? If you're gonna make that your argument, you always have to show somebody's resume up to that point.
Boom. That's what I'm saying. So I always go, if you want to know about the unknown,
and then give them the benefit of the doubt.
Right. If you want to know about the unknown, we study the known. So with that being said, all I do is go back and rewind the tape. Whether if he's acting, he's doing a great job at it because for years he's been doing it. Right? So if somebody like Jay-Z came out, not even Jay-Z, or somebody who never deals with anything came out and made a statement of that magnitude, at first I take it at face value because you are shocked and traumatized by what happened. But then I go, well, what's their motive behind this? But for somebody who's been as consistent as LeBron has, I at minimum have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
And then it's not like when we think LeBron is wrong about something, we say he's dead
all the time. That China piece, we
was like, yo, dude, you played yourself.
He played himself. A couple of things.
Yeah,
when he's talking about if no fans are around, I'm not playing, and then backtrack after.
Yeah, we called him out. You can watch it.
So
you can rewind the tape. But here's the thing. Again, if you like all these people, every time something comes out about them, we bring up their resume and then we try to give them the benefit of the doubt to that point.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
LeBron has spoken out when your favorites did not. Okay? When your favorite athletes did not.
Right.
Okay? He opened a school when your favorites did not.
Facts.
Still donating to schools that they did not open. He opened a school. He's sending kids to college. Okay, he's been back in his neighborhood, okay?
Facts.
And he's using his platform, if we want to be real, he's the biggest athlete on the planet. He has nothing to gain from this.
Absolutely.
So if he wants to say something, that can only mean something, you know what I'm saying? That can only mean...
Absolutely. And
again, I'm not stupid enough, I'm not naive enough to think maybe nothing comes out of this on his end.
Or who LeBron is in the grand scheme of things. That he might not be a part of that boule. We're not discounting none of that. But on the surface level, put your money where your mouth is, and his track record has showed that there is a general concern about the people in his neighborhood.
Oh, Rich Moore, we can have a debate, boy.
You know what I mean?
Rich Moore, we can do this, boy. You can email. No, you can email me.
Okay, y'all can go ahead.
Yeah, you can email me. Yeah.
So
we can do this.
In that sense, we're not naive to that. But, again, because he did it, that's like, take Kim Kardashian. What's she been doing lately? She's been doing her form of activism, trying to get people out of jail and things. So if she jumps out in front of a situation lately, I got to say, well, she's being consistent. The one thing we always promote on this show, if nothing else, is perspective, and we don't bring in celebrities off a pedestal. They're no greater than you. That's our whole theme here. You know, nobody is greater than you, so don't put nobody above you. Be your own activist. That's all we promote here. So we're not going to sit back and ask LeBron to lead us. He dribbles the goddamn basketball. So, you know, with that being said, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But I love the energy in the chat. That's right. That's right. Fired it up.
Yeah, man. Like, say, so what we want to, you want to, no, I think I had another announcement. Oh, okay. So for the month of May, okay, I have the book list for the people who want to get to know what I'm reading. If you want to follow along, if you want to read, if you have time, you quarantine right now, so you have books that you can read. So the 5 books that I'm currently quote unquote on a book list is Way of the Superior Man.
Oh, superior book. Yes.
Great book.
Yes.
I think men and women should read this book.
Way of the Superior Man.
And I think people should read it more than once. Like, you can be in different places in your life.
And it means something different.
It means something totally different.
Yes.
Like, I have to read it again because now I'm about to be a father, and it kind of different things will resonate.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, Way of the Superior Man. The next book, The Millionaire Next Door.
The Millionaire Next Door. Okay, I've heard about that book.
Great book. Very eye-opening book. It'll give you a different view of the way actual millionaires live.
Real millionaires.
Like, not the ones you see on TV. With the actual, because there could be literally millionaires living next door to you.
With cut-up jeans on, sneakers, flip-flops, and you'd never know. Yes.
Great book.
Yes.
Great book. 50 Cent's new book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter.
Right, you just got that one in the mail. That yesterday. Okay. Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, Curtis Jackson.
Yes. The next book, Principles by Ray Dalio. That's the guy who was sitting with Diddy.
Giving him insight, hedge fund.
Hedge fund guy. Really good book. And this other book is called Own the Day, Own Your Life. Optimized practices for waking, working, learning, eating, training, playing, sleeping, and sex.
Oh, goddamn. That's my whole goddamn life.
Yes, it's by Aubrey Marcus.
Okay. So those are the 5 books. We'll throw them in the chat, yes, or something.
Yeah. It's on my Instagram if you want to check them out.
Oh, it's on the Instagram. Those are the 5 books that the young man is rocking with right now.
Yeah, so we'll go to commercial.
Let's go to commercial.
And then we'll be right back.
Yeah. Icons. Celebrities covering one eye who are sworn to secrecy to mislead the masses into a life of negativity by way of destructive behaviors, i.e. drugs, sex, violence, etc. Most of these celebrities you see in the music industry and in Hollywood have taken a sworn oath to protect what they have going and to have you being misled by using drugs, violence, and all of these other crazy behaviors. Be careful. Beware of those who are pointing at one eye, covering one eye, or trying their best to shut down your first eye. Log on to urbanx.nyc for the latest in apparel, or shop urbanx.com to pick up the latest in our not so subtle teas, and we thank you for your support. Peace.
And we're back.
Yes.
So real quick, don't forget to visit shopurbanx.com to pick up some of these great threads.
Great threads.
Yeah. Also, if you didn't know, I'm having a baby.
You having a baby?
I'm having a baby.
You shot the club up?
Yeah.
Shot the club up?
Yeah.
All right. That's some good stuff. Yes?
Yeah, so, if you guys want to contribute, because we need diapers, we're always going to need diapers. If you want to contribute, you can send your contribution to P.O. Box 24.
Do you have a gift list? Because some people might just want to send in a gift.
Oh, I don't have. Well, I have a specific one, but that's going.
No, I'm talking about for the Urban X Nation.
Oh, no, I don't. Oh, what's up?
Oh, right. So that's where you're gonna send.
Yeah, you can send whatever you know.
Oh, you can send gifts. Any gift you want, you can send it to our P.O. Box.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, P.O. Box 24, Bronx, New York 10471. If you want.
Right now, do you guys have a diaper genie on this list?
I guess, yeah, we can.
Because that's going to be critical. Because the poop is cute in the beginning. And then it gets crazy, right? And that diaper genie come in hand because I'm the type, I'll throw the duty diapers out the window and start a tenant patrol behind it.
See?
Okay, like, we need to get together and find out who's throwing these duty diapers out the window. So diaper genies, onesies, all of that kind of stuff, a part of the Urban X Nation, but you do have like a pamper, an ongoing pamper, because that's what you're going to run through the most. So if you want to send a gift, a money order, a cash app, all of that, you know, to this fund here, because you know how we do.
Yeah.
You guys are actually the village.
Yes, thank you. And exactly. So you actually were there when I found out.
Absolutely.
I was having a boy. So
absolutely. So feel free, and then maybe we'll update just a Urban X gift list.
Okay, we'll do that. That'd be cool.
You know, some people like to know, oh, I'm gonna get that, you know, this, that, and that's how that's going to pop off.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So I thought this next story was interesting. It's not really important in the grand scheme of anything, but I just thought it was interesting.
We gotta mix it up. We can't go hard all day.
Yeah. So Nicolas Cage has signed on to be to portray Joe Exotic from the Tiger King.
From the Tiger King.
Yeah, I think in a series or in a movie. I think it's
that's
a series.
The one with that's the crazy dude.
Yeah,
right?
with the mullet, the gay mullet tiger guy.
Oh, I was disturbed. I because I didn't get a heads up. I heard people talking about the Tiger King. Yo, son, I don't want to give it away. And I'm just thinking, I had a Tiger King. Oh man, I was disturbed.
Yeah, it was a great documentary. I was captivated.
Yeah, that was.
But I just wanted to show you the stark contrast. If we do it, we're talking about what happens, how they treat whites, and how they treat us here, right? Michael Vick went to jail.
Yes.
For dog fighting. He went to jail. He lost his job. It took him a while to come back.
It took him a good minute before he was able to get back. Absolutely.
This guy is known for breeding tigers. He had to kill some tigers.
Yes.
Bury them on his property.
Yes.
He got convicted. I don't know, if you watch the thing, but he got convicted of trying to kill another woman across the country.
Yes.
And he's getting celebrated.
They're making a movie out of him.
I just think that is fascinating.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
In the wonderful world of white people.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. And, shout out Michael Vick, who was able to put his life back together.
Facts. Now, he should have got an MVP award, one of those.
Yeah, he should have. He
was killing one.
Oh, yeah. He really was. He really was.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, real quick, it was a hashtag trending this week. It was called Expose CBS.
Expose CBS.
It was Expose CBS. So CBS, obviously the news network. Apparently they caught nurses from hospitals on the camera talking about how they knew CBS was coming and we have to fake like we actually have more patients than we do. I think they were going to pay some people to come
and stand online and act like patients.
And act like there was a line here, act like we were actually more busy than we actually are. So throughout this whole thing, we've been talking about how the media can create narratives and how important that is, especially when it comes to fear and uncertainty and just misinformation in general.
Yes.
So, and it wasn't black people that started this hashtag. It was a white company who had these cameras, who put these videos up. So I think this, like you said, I think the consciousness is kind of catching up with the rest of the masses a little bit.
And the main reason is because this is not just happening to black people.
Yes.
See, if only black people were being quarantined, white people would be going on about their lives.
Facts.
Right? Facts. So let's keep it clear. So we're talking about this is happening to everyone, and white people are appalled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That they could even be treated in this magnitude. Now they getting to understand what losing your rights is all about. So when I used to tell people that this wasn't about racism, on the surface, don't beat me up in the chat. We know on the grand level where the masses are, it's about racism. But on a higher level, it's about classism. The elite are not being quarantined. The elite don't even have masks on. You see what I'm saying? So you white folks who think you're better than us, right? Just because you get the first nod on a job for being white, in the grand scheme of things, they don't care about you either. We all gonna die. So, and I think white people are getting their first true taste of that and go, whoa, wait.
And you got
wait a minute.
It's again, most of the major, because there's a few major conspiracy theory, quote unquote, DVDs or videos that are coming out. They all from white people.
Yes.
There's a new one that just came out, Plandemic. It's been floating around on YouTube. It's been taken down a few times.
Right. And that one is, I haven't seen it, but the lady,
yeah, it's like a half hour.
Judy or whatever her name is. I'm always bad at names.
Yeah, I caught it.
But she is dropping it on Fauci.
Yeah, and there's a lot of videos coming up trying to dispel whatever she's saying. And again, you see the tug of war of information, what's going on right now.
But now you have, as your ally for the first time, as black people, I know y'all gonna kill me, you have regular white folks who have resources that we don't have, who have a little better voice than we normally have.
Think about how literally Phil Valentine he was weeks ahead of a lot of this.
Phil Valentine was years.
Right.
He spoke about the vaccines, all of this stuff years ago, but I know what you mean. In this moment, he was weeks ahead of what we're seeing.
Right, and then like these, some of these videos are just now coming out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, they're getting major pushes online and things like that.
Because if a tree falls in the forest, and there's no one there to hear it, does it make a sound?
That's a fact.
So when black people are screaming about black issues, white people don't even know a tree has fallen.
That's a fact.
But now, yes,
that's a fact.
that they have chopped the tree down, or the tree has fallen on them, it has made a sound, and now that is reverberating all around the country, and activism is popping up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Activism, cracktivism. I don't want to call white people's crackers, but you understand what I mean. A level of cracktivist has popped up that we can reap the benefits of. It's like in the civil rights movement when they curtailed on the back of what we was doing. They hijacked the civil rights movement.
Talking about feminists?
Feminists, and just Jews.
Yeah.
Small hats, real estate agents. God damn it, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what we talking about.
You know what I'm saying? So they all hijacked. They put us out in the front, and then once we received what was called civil rights, they jacked them all for their benefit.
Yeah.
We might be in a situation to reverse that now. We might be able to ride with them through this, and when we get on the other side of this, fuck you, cracker, and then we can benefit from it. I'm just simply saying the tide is turning a little bit, just a little bit. So don't fall for the shooting over here. And young people, you got nothing to prove to these race soldiers. You know what I mean? You have nothing to prove. And I'm not saying don't stand up for your rights. You know what your rights are. But they've been backed up. It's like you trying to, negotiate with a bear. And the bear's going, dude, I'm a bear. Yeah. I'm going to eat you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or so just know who you're dealing with before you let your guard down. And if you're in an area where there's not a lot of people, then keep it moving. Right? Because those are the areas that we can't prove something happened to you. Those are the areas where videotape may not be available. Yeah. But if you're out in the open and you want to stand your ground, somebody's going to film it on your behalf, and you just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, facts. Oh, also, so there was, y'all remember because media, like I said, there is a clear division on what the narrative they're trying to push and how they're trying to make people look stupid and things like that. So Trump came out weeks ago and he talked about this hydroxyl
a certain drug, hydroxychlone or
something like that, right?
Somebody in the chat, I'm using one of my lifelines, you know.
Cool, right? CNN just published an article and said that it's no proof that that drug has shown to be effective with COVID patients. There's another article from the what's this? Association of American Physicians and Surgeons.
So this is prominent.
Yes, very prominent. And it says that that same drug that they just said wasn't helpful, has a 90% chance of helping COVID patients when taken early.
Absolutely. And doctors have been advocating, saying this. I'm using what's been helping my patients, but guess what? That's not a vaccine. Well, or somebody who...
And they actually, Fauci actually kind of not banned it. He's trying to...
discredit it.
Yeah.
Because he owns the patent, him and his boy, to what they're trying to bring down the pipe. Yeah. Results are results. Yes? Mm-hmm. And if you're taking something and you're getting results, who are them to tell you, You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
it don't work. And these are physicians who are in the trenches, who are not a part of the agenda.
What do you think is gonna happen to all these doctors and nurses who are like just making videos of themselves talking about what happened? Because it's just more coming out.
They're gonna die.
Yeah. Oh man. Like, cause every time I'm just like, yo, like, cause and some of them still be at the hospital.
Yeah.
Like it was one lady like recently, like she's still like in her scrubs.
Yes.
Talking about
And
like,
she's
yo,
telling
none
you-
of this makes sense.
and
And I'm watching them kill these people.
And she's telling you in real time because that's not what she signed up for. You know what I mean? A lot of these nurses in particular, they didn't sign up for this. They signed up to really help people. Because when you go to the hospital, anybody in the chat who's been to the hospital, you already know the nurses are the ones that keep you rocking. They bringing you your meds. They're the ones who bring you a cup of tea from time to time. They're the ones, the doctor come through because they just ping-ponging around. The nurses are not a part of this agenda. Now, under supervision, they are a part of this agenda. Just do your job. They don't want to lose their jobs. This is coming from higher up. But there are doctors who, even in their conscience, saying, this is wrong. This is wrong. This thing is working for my patients, and you telling me I can't use it?
And then what's happening too, because like I didn't even think about it. Like some of these nurses and doctors, say the ethical ones,
Yes,
they have a shift.
they have a shift.
So if I'm doing all this work for the night shift and then I come back
And you reversed what I did.
reverse what it, because you're not
Yes.
trying to be ethical, you getting incentivized to put this person on the vent longer, and I was just getting their lungs healthier to get them off.
Absolutely. So whatever works, works. I got a ghetto Cosby story to tell about things that work.
Okay.
And it involves you.
Jesus.
All right? One day, Malcolm, he was 6 or 7 years old. He came to my house.
Oh no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Yes, we are.
We're not doing this.
He came to my
We're not doing
house.
this. Go to commercial.
And he had a lump
Go to commercial.
in his neck.
Do not
Right
believe.
now.
No, do not believe nothing he's saying.
All my ghetto Cosby
Do
stories are
not
true.
believe. This is not true.
Now, let me tell you what happened.
This is not true.
Prior to this, I was drinking my own urine. I was doing the therapy, uropathy. I was, under the study of a few drops under the tongue to see what it would do.
Not true.
This, that. So, what I did was, I convinced him to give me some of his pee
It's not true.
in a cup, right?
This is not
Now,
true.
my only problem was I didn't do the right formula, right? I didn't do the 2 drops. I put a little bit more of his urine in the Kool-Aid or the juice or whatever it was.
That's not a lie.
And I gives it to him, and the first thing he says is, he's only 6 years old. Yo, Dad, what are you trying to do? Kill me? And I laughed so hard because he didn't know that it was his own urine in the juice. Long story short, when he went home, the lump was out of his neck.
Listen, this did not happen. This did not happen.
This has happened. This is a
This
true.
did not happen.
This is a true ghetto story.
Oh my gosh.
Was true, and my wife can verify that story.
She's in on it too.
No, she's not. No, this is a true story. So whatever works, if urine works,
It doesn't.
Drink the urine.
Don't do it. That's
if
waste.
oxychloroquine works,
It is waste.
no, that is one of the oldest sciences on the planet. Do you know the elders used to take the pissy pamper and wipe it over the kid's face to get rid of rashes? Now it runs so deep. You're supposed to get the urine of the natives, right? It's a vaccine shot. You become immune, right, by putting what it is that Yes, no, that's deep science.
Don't believe me, y'all.
People in the chat know what I'm talking about.
Don't-
Yeah. And it cleans pink eye. Yeah, it
Don't
cleans
believe
all
him,
that.
y'all.
Yeah. Now I'm not saying as an adult, wipe your face with a.
You see this abuse?
Because there need to be you smelling like a pissy staircase. That's not what I'm saying, but it does work. And me, let me tell you how sinister I am. I started drinking fermented urine, so I would leave my urine on the shelf for 2 and 3 days, and it was fermented, and I would drink it. And then I realized that that didn't work in this day and time.
Yeah.
It worked back then because I think what we ate and what we drank was a little bit more pure, so I had to give it up.
Because it was waste. See,
No, it's not waste. It's not waste.
I
I'm
think-
still here.
Yeah, what's the
Now,
statute of limitations on child abuse? That's
Yeah.
what I want to know.
True. That's a true story. But my point is, I'm still here. You think if you drink your own piss, you're gonna die? No.
What's the statute of limitation?
No, I'm still here.
I got stuff to talk
You are
about.
tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
It's Ghetto Cosby story.
Yeah, I don't like that story.
Let's get those likes up, please. I'm looking in the chat. I see 1,100 people. I see only 300 likes. It's sort of like wiping your feet when you come into our house. Yes?
Just a little.
I've heard somebody use that term.
Just a little.
So just kind of wipe your feet when you come on in, take shoes off, and give us a few more likes.
Just a little bit.
Because the likes, they do matter. So what's next on the agenda here, young man?
Oh, Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas. I heard about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wild. The man Earl. But you know what? They got too much time on their hand. Right now, he should be in pre-football camp.
Yeah, in
right?
mini camps, yeah.
In mini camps.
So, okay, for the people that don't know, his wife was arrested because she pulled a gun on him because she caught him half naked in a bed with another chick and his brother with some other chicks. They was in there.
They was getting it in.
They was getting it in. So she got her girls together, found where he was at, pulled the gun out on him. He wrestled the gun out her hand. Come to find out, it was still one in the chamber.
She took the cartridge out.
Yeah.
But it was still, because she don't know how to use guns, it was still one in the chamber.
Yeah.
Had she just wanted to make a point, like she really wanted to kill him, you know how, like, I pulled the trigger, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he would have died.
Yeah, so, that was a little, because when I was reading the story, I'm like, oh, she caught him cheating, and then somebody put, like, at the end, like, nah, his brother was there, too. I was like, oh, the story gets wild.
Yeah, this is a wild story.
You know what kind of demon time you got to be on to cheat in quarantine?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be home.
Yes, but you know what? When you home and your marriage ain't what it really is, you find reasons to go to the store. Say, damn, he's been in the store for 2 hours now. They said the Uber drivers are making, the Uber and Lyft drivers are making more money at night than they ever made before because people are out creeping and they taking people to hotels and, you know, stuff like that. And then the hotels is full and they got to take you to another hotel. So I read that report that the Uber drivers are making bread right now.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Because come on. If you and your wife are not tight and you got to spend every minute with her, dude, that ain't gonna work. That only work for the first week of quarantine. See, baby, we can work it out and be together, you know. And then it's like, oh, I hate this chick. Oh, my God, I can't get away. And then your side chick is feeling the same way about her husband. It gets crazy.
Fascinating
It gets
stuff.
crazy. Shout out Almighty KG of the Cold Crush Brothers.
What do you think is going to happen? Because
tuned in.
The Ravens, they don't have the best record when it comes to domestic disputes.
Yeah, but he didn't hit her.
He didn't hit her. He didn't. But I heard like there's like a zero tolerance policy on the team.
But I was minding my business, sir.
I was trying to cheat
I was
in
getting
peace.
a little bit of nope. You know what I
I was
mean?
trying to cheat in peace, and she disturbed that.
And his girl showed up. You nub me. 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 You know what I mean? He's letting it loose. Pow. You heard?
Funny, yeah.
So we'll see how they deal with it. You know, once we get out of the the quarantine situation here.
That was a good one.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Yo, so remember how we the last two shows we talked about those people, those white guys storming the steps of the state building in Detroit with the guns? Well, some black armed activists escorted a black lawmaker to Michigan's capital.
To the capital. I saw that.
Yes.
I saw that. So brothers made sure this sister, she was an elected official. Yes.
Yes.
They came out armed to give her, you know, freeway, you know, to get what she had. They escorted her. Mm-hmm. And
Sarah Anthony.
Sarah Anthony. That was very powerful.
Yeah, that was dope.
That reminded me of Betty Shabazz and the Black Panthers. You know, after Malcolm had passed away, wherever she went, whenever she needed, you know what I'm saying, the Black Panthers was there holding her down. So that was one of those kind of scenes that made me go,
That was dope.
John G's art, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate it. We're going to keep on.
Okay.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
You ain't make you eat a doo-doo sandwich. Let's just keep it a buck, okay? I mean, you're traumatized as a kid.
Yeah, I am.
I could have gave you a damn doo-doo
Listen,
sandwich.
I
could have did some research and found out that...
I want justice.
Okay.
I want justice.
So, you know, just keep that in mind. You didn't need a doo-doo sandwich.
I want justice. Yo, okay, so in Tanzania...
Yes.
The president has halted all coronavirus testing kits
yes.
because I actually just like exposed that they were faulty kits because he sent in samples of a goat, 2 different fruits, and
a papaya, a pow fruit.
Papaya.
That's a papaya.
Yes, a pawpaw.
A pawpaw.
That's what a papaya would be here.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
And yeah, it came back positive.
Now, how the hell is the test coming back positive unless the test is faulty? But remember, some tests that showed up in London.
Yes.
They were faulty. They already had coronavirus in them. How is that even possible?
A few of them got called back because they said like something was happening in the actual facilities making these things that
they just happened to have corona on hand, and the test spilled on the corona.
Yes.
And when we picked them up, it was the 5-second rule. We picked them up. Get the fuck.
Remember when this first started breaking? Remember I was telling you, there's no way all these people all of a sudden just.
Yes.
100,000, 200,000.
Positive. Then there has to be something sinister going on, and it's all being revealed in real time, right? Yes. So he outsmarted them. That was brilliant. Mm-hmm. So he put real names on them, just to see where they are.
Okay. Now let's take some of his credit back.
Okay.
Because he's talking about praying over everybody.
Well, that's what religious people do.
Yeah.
I need a prayer every now and then.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, every now and then. Yeah, pray for me. Because I ain't got no sense.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting.
Yes.
I thought that was funny. I thought like that's like the most telling, damning, like a fruit comes out.
Yes. And how y'all gonna explain that, right? So everything is happening in real time. Fake scientists. Bill Gates is not a scientist.
Bro.
Fauci, his whole record, even back in
AIDS and
HIV, all that he's been into and involved with. Big Elvis, thank you for the support.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? All of these things are happening in real time. Yes? Mm-hmm. So if you fall for the okie doke now this is not 15 years ago,
right.
20 years ago when maybe you didn't know about, you didn't know how to do your own research. Mm-hmm. Now it's in the palm of your hand. Do not be dumb with a smartphone. Everything is there for you. If you still fall for the okie doke and we should be vaccinated and we should stay home and the government knows best, you're a moron. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
It's here in plain sight. All you got to do is put the pieces to the puzzle. And this ain't even a complicated puzzle. Sometimes I'll pull my shoulder out. Y'all be like, yo, Doc, come on, Doc. How you going to connect the sun with an orange apple and tell us that that's the how you going to do that, Doc?
Yeah.
No, this is like just put the pieces together like this. Who stands to benefit? How much money? Who owns the patents? What news outlets? What are the alternate news outlets reporting? You just gotta do a little research.
Yeah, you should. Everybody should watch after this podcast, obviously. But everybody should watch the Joe Rogan podcast. He had Elon Musk on there again.
That's the Tesla guy.
The Tesla guy who created Tesla and SpaceX and the Boring Company. And about an hour in, he talks about like how his opinions on the coronavirus.
Okay.
And then he just said the same stuff we've been saying for weeks. It's like, I think those numbers are really just
crazy
off because he said they're using everything else to contribute to actual COVID deaths. He was like, there's no actual study on actual COVID deaths. He said,
absolutely.
So the number looks way bigger. And he said, I don't know why they just want everybody to be scared. Like that was, he was talking out loud.
Real talk out loud.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's what we're dealing with in this day and time. But common sense is not so common no more.
Yeah.
Right? So if you have common sense, at least you get an understanding of what's going on. That's a car in the hood, bam, bam, in the background. You know how that go. So this is where we're at. But I'm loving it now because now you made the cut. If you did not have corona, you made the first cut. Wrap it up.
They said it's a second wave coming in.
But you made the cut. Yeah. Sort of like trying out for the team. Once you make the first cut, then you can look around and say, I think I got a shot at this. So if you have made it, and you know what I'm saying, you're doing well, and now you're starting to integrate back into your life a little bit. Let me go outside a little bit. Side note, there's a storm coming.
They said it was a big snowstorm, and I was about to hit the...
Because they got to keep the temperatures around here cool.
The northeast.
Corona could last.
What the hell? First, okay, a virus. Then murder hornets.
Murder hornets.
Then... a snowstorm.
Send in the murder hornets.
Yeah. What the hell? And then I heard there's another another this other types of moths in Seattle right now that's killing stuff too. Like everything
is out of control.
I'm tired of it.
But according to the Bible, these are the end days. It's supposed to be chaos everywhere.
I'm tired of it.
I heard they got a commercial for space for the Space Force. It says something like maybe
aliens. I forgot to throw aliens in there.
Throw the aliens in there. Yeah, throw the aliens. Maybe your mission on the planet is not on the planet.
I ain't really.
If I'm lying, I'm flying.
I gotta check that. I'm gonna see it.
If I'm lying, I'm flying. So, Space Force.
I gotta check
that. You niggas is bored here. Go out there and guard space.
Yeah, somebody said HARP. Facts.
HARP for sure. HARP.
If we get a snowstorm in May, bro, it's gonna be tight.
But again, what does that do for you psychologically?
Yeah,
you're already in the house, and now you're ready to come out.
Finally seeing some sun.
And then you see snow in the middle of May. Or the beginning of May. What does that do psychologically? Because homicides, suicides are up.
Yeah.
Domestic violence is up. Child molestation is up. A lot of these things are up because it's not natural for us to just be in the house antisocial. It's just not natural.
Yeah.
Right? So once we come to our common sense, and hopefully we are, right? And we know this is not to negate your little, big mama who passed away, or big papa, or so-and-so. We understand all of that. But these numbers are equivalent to a bad case of the flu.
Yeah, 61,000 people died of the flu last year.
Yeah. So this is about the same as the flu. All right?
Oh, speaking of that, remember, Trump has a new press secretary. And she gave it to them.
She gave them the business the other night. I don't know if y'all saw that in the chat.
Yeah, she gave it to them. Because they asked her, like, given what you said a few months ago that, this is not going to be as serious as people think. Like, would you like to take that back? She goes, okay, hold on. Would the New York Post like to take back when they said this? Would the Washington Post like to take back when they said this? Like, she was going off on everybody, and then she said, I'll just leave you with that. And then she walked off.
Oh, she was busy.
She gangster.
She's
Yeah, so I'm just watching the show.
I don't like this ish. Thank you so much for the support.
Yeah, I'm just watching the show at this point. You get
because
what I'm saying?
You're not affected by it to the point where you...
I'm just like... Like, I cannot wait for the presidential debates.
Yes. Oh. I'm not sure there will be presidential debates.
I hope.
If listen, because we got a lot of flack that we caping for Don. I told you we have no horse in the race, but what I do have is common sense. And if that's your candidate, this Biden dude is your candidate.
He can't even speak in complete sentences.
You guys are going to lose bad.
And your feelings going to be hurt.
Because Trump is going to clown him the way you would clown a kid in class. Look at your sneakers, son.
You can't even talk.
You're going to hit him with this nigga right here. You know that meme when the mannequin is like, that's what he's going to do to him.
Yeah.
Trust me. And all of his true supporters, they're going to come out in droves.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you.
But he just said Biden was just on the news, and he said like this country, this president doesn't have intercourse with other countries.
That's what he said. He said Trump doesn't have intercourse with. I'm like, what? I'm like, I know that word along my whole life. I'm like, what? Yes, this is getting funnier and funnier by the minute.
Yeah, I'm excited to just watch that because I can't wait.
Side note, your boy Bathhouse Barry, that's that video floating around of the dude who.
So where'd you find that video?
It's all over the internet. The dude testified under oath in 2016 in reference to his relationship with Barack Obama.
That happened in 99, he said, right?
Yes, it happened before, when he was a senator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they call him Bathhouse Barry in Chicago. I called him something else before. You know me. I'm way off the meter with that. But he testified under oath that your boy smoked crack. Now, I think Phil Valentine told me that 10, 15 years ago, he was giving up the real, and Reverend Wright, who Obama tried to distance themselves from, them dudes was giving up the truth about who this dude was. So he said he smoked crack, and then he went down on him.
Yeah.
And then he met him again the next day and popped off again. And those kids are not, let's not go, those kids are not
here. Yeah, well, apparently Michelle Obama actually has a documentary on Netflix right now.
Does she?
Yeah, all this is alleged, guys. By the way,
Alleged.
All
Yeah.
this is alleged, but she has a documentary.
Canty, thank you.
Based on her book,
Ashley Canty. Yes.
Becoming.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I didn't.
Becoming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Becoming.
Yeah.
I was this, and then I became.
And then if you look on the book, it says Becoming Michelle Obama. Yeah, it's
All
clever.
right, it's putting it right there in your
Yeah, it's
face.
clever, yeah.
It's clever, right?
Yeah.
Becoming Michelle Obama.
Very clever.
All right.
I thought that was funny.
That is some funny-ish.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So I had a question that I wanted to pose to you, to everybody who's
I got
watching.
a question.
Right?
Serious cancer.
Because I was thinking about this. At your best, all right, from the scale of 1 to 10, what would you say your level of discipline is? At your best and at your worst.
Okay, that's a loaded
It
question
is.
because it depends on what we're talking about.
Exactly. I'm talking about all around though.
Oh, okay. All around, my discipline used to be on an 8. Like, people knew if I said I was going to do something, it was going to get done, hook or crook, even to the point where you wouldn't see me hanging out. Once I became ill, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, my discipline wavered a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying now it's about a 6.
Okay.
It's about a 6. About a 6 now. Yeah. And that's just being honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I can turn it on from time to time.
Yeah.
Yo, we need to get this deadline done. Dot, get in, and I can get it done. But it used to be, you know, a steady 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On certain things. And then... Oh, put your numbers in the chat. Yeah, 7.
Somebody said 6.
Yeah, put your numbers in the chat and tell us where you are. Be honest
said
with
6,
yourself, because it's all about just being honest with yourself.
For me, I said like at my best, I can say I'm an 8. Like certain things, like it depends on what I'm doing. I'll say I'm a 10. So like writing my book, I felt like I was at a 10. Like,
You was in the
like,
zone.
I was in the zone.
Right.
When I was playing
But doing
football,
your audio book, you're a 3.
yeah, not even. That's a 0. That's a 0.
Throwing shots.
Yeah.
It's a 1. But go ahead.
1. Yeah. Like when I played football, I would say I was like an 8. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just kind of like
you were focused in on every aspect when you needed to learn something,
Yeah.
complicated schemes. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
And then I said at my worst, I would say I'm at a 5. Like because you know what I think separates like the greats from like everybody else is when they fall off, because you're bound to fall off. You have a workout schedule, you're bound to miss a day. You have a diet, you're bound to kind of just waver a little bit. You have something to do, you're bound to kind of just fall off track. I think what the most successful people do is how fast they get back on it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, say if I miss a workout, I'm liable to miss 3 more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's sort of like when you go off the track.
you kind of just double down.
You got to
like,
go around the block, take a beaten path through the wilderness, and then maybe come back down the hill and gain a little momentum and get back on the track.
Yeah.
Where people who are disciplined, they recognize immediately the change in their habit form and go, let me get right back on. You know what I mean? Same thing with me. You know what I'm saying? I see that chicken sandwich. I shouldn't have that. I should not have that chicken sandwich. But the investigator in me goes, is the sandwich as good as they say it is on TV? And then I go and get the chicken sandwich, and I'm defeated and disappointed that it wasn't.
Thank you, Ashley Canty, for the donation.
Yes, so it really all depends.
Yeah.
what it is.
Like, I don't know, because I was just thinking about it because I saw a clip. I don't know who it was who said this, but he was just talking about how women are not attracted to undisciplined men. Like how women, like when she finds that she can kind of get you off that, she's not really into you
and
anymore.
because she's trying to find out where the line is, where she can push the line back, because women, they have that invisible line in their head, and once you establish it, they know, okay. And then when you say you're gonna do something, is he serious about doing it? You know, the way these things run, they run just like that. You know what I mean? So you gotta kind of, get in where you fit in. That's why I've always said for young men, they chase ass a lot, and that's a part of the lack of discipline.
As a culture right now, I don't, as a culture and just like the era we're in, the lack of sexual discipline on everybody's side is frightening.
But let me add this to it: when it's being brought to you, social media, every movie, video games, this and that, Pornhub, when all of this stuff it's a part of the culture now. So it's one thing for me to be in the mountains, breathing, you know what I'm saying, as the monks do, and ain't no ass around. You know what I'm saying? It's another thing to be in the wilderness where ass is everywhere. When you have to become disciplined where ass is everywhere, especially for young people. See, when you get a little older, and the older elders will tell you, pussy's overrated. You know what I mean? Meaning it's equivalent to a good sandwich, a back scrub, rub, and a good movie. You know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things. But when you're young, you're chasing. You still have that animalistic essence. But the young ones who figure it out, and I've seen some young ones figure it out, when they curtail, they get in a meaningful relationship early, those are the ones who succeed further. Remember, I was in a relationship at 18, a full-fledged living, so it enabled me to at least get focused at that time. Now I've fallen off the horse quite a few times. But in the grand scheme of things, right? And then I know dudes who are damn near 50 and they still chasing ass like when we were 17. Yeah. Point blank. And I'm like, dude. And then you look at their life and you go, okay, it makes sense. You don't have shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got kids everywhere, this and that, and you have nothing. Because to accomplish anything is going to require a level of sacrifice. Yeah. Right? And when I met my wife, this is another ghetto Cosby story. Oh, gosh. Involving my wife. I love her. Now, when I met her, I was in deep study. I was on my Zen shit. She was beautiful, right? And I think I was like 12 or 13 days into a sex fast because I was doing my studying and shit. And she was like, no, I get it. You know, that shit sounds cool. And then she started just being beautiful, testing a nigga gangster. I don't think I made day 14. And, I said, well, I'll just start this shit again, And it's been 25 years. I haven't restarted the goddamn sex fast since then. See? Testing a nigga gangster early on. Yeah, like, no, she was like, that just sounds cute. I understand because you trying to be strong inside and everything and bend over and shit, booty shorts on and shit. Or you reading like, an important book, right? You said, I'm just going to sit over here and do some stretching. I'm like, oh, shit. See? And then 25, 23, 4 years later, no discipline. So, long story short, my discipline at best is an 8 when I need to turn it up. Oh, that's a good question.
I just thought it was interesting. I think I asked my mom that earlier today. And then she was kind of like, oh, yeah, like she never really thought about it. And it kind of put some stuff into perspective for everybody. Yes. I think.
And, you got to be honest with yourself because you're the one keeping track of the number. Yeah. You can lie, I'm a 10 at everything I do. And then that's probably not the truth. Even those who are very disciplined still have areas because once you master something, now you're looking to move on to what else you can clean up in your life. Facts.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So we about to start taking some questions.
Let's go to a commercial break.
Let's go to commercial break. Facts.
And do we have a banner that says you can have your ad here? Do we have that?
Oh, do we? No, we don't have that. But if you want to have your commercial shown,
because we only holding these spots right now to give you an example of where your ad could be, how many people can be watching your ad. You know how we gonna put it in, And if you got some really good products, you can send us, but you got to be taken out an ad as well, and we'll test out your products.
Yeah. You can email us at urbanx.nyc@gmail.com if you are interested. Some people already reached out to me, and we've sent them information back. So,
side note, I had made 53 days. I was only joking. Within the relationship itself, some people go 90. I was pushing for 90. You know what I mean? I made 53. At the highest, no masturbation, no just everything focused on energy. Yep, 53 days. Thank you, honey. And then you sabotage my shit. You not me. What makes a great t-shirt? Is it fashion, fit, comfort? Is it what's printed on the front of the shirt? Whether it's a humorous message, political, or a social statement made to bring awareness to a noble cause? At Urban X TV, we believe that all of those things make a great t-shirt and then some. So we wanted to create a t-shirt line that was a little bolder, a little bit more challenging, one that stepped out of the boundaries. So we decided to introduce to you our Not So Subtleties. It's one that speaks to the sentiments of what's going on in our environment today. It's one that will spark conversation. So log on to urbanx.nyc to pick up your Not So Subtleties today, or shop urbanx.com to pick up the latest in urban apparel. We thank you for your support. Peace.
And we're back. And we're back.
And we're back. In the mix.
Jumped in too early.
Yep. So
real quick, I just wanted to talk about this because I thought it was just sad, guys. Like,
okay, let's talk about it.
Like, niggas gonna nig, bro. So early this week or early last week, I think this weekend they opened up a real prominent mall in Atlanta, like Lenox Mall, Hill Mall, something like that. I'm not from Atlanta, so I don't know. But apparently there was lines outside for the new Jordan release in the middle of a goddamn quarantine.
That's right. Get them Jordans. You knuckle dragging niggas. Get them Jordans.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. This way, when you die, you have fresh sneakers on.
Jeez, bro. Like nothing.
Yeah.
Like.
But again, these are the telltale signs, right?
Yeah.
So you want to see a sign where the people are. It's people backed up in their house saying, yo, the minute I get loose, I'm going back to what I normally do. I don't know anything else. And then there are people home like, yo, this time is really giving me a time to reflect on my life, what's important, what's not important. Man, I need to put my resources somewhere else. You know what I mean? So there are many levels. There are people who are seeing this as a tragedy and people who are seeing this as a gift.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm glad the reset button happened. You know what I mean? Because now when I come out, so it's all about perspective. But young people who we haven't instilled any, not we, I'm just saying as a collective society.
It was adults out there.
Yeah. Well, those are kids. Right. Those are kids.
Touche.
Those are kids.
Touche.
Right? Who haven't, we haven't instilled anything other than material value. Things of material nature. That's just is what it is. And even my daughter honestly like, yo, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to get my hair done when I get out of here with a straight face. You know what I mean? And we do a great job of balancing out spirituality, the importance of things. But this generation, remember we spoke about you're fighting your own people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And their vision and how they see things. Well, keep in mind, we're in the middle of Jordan's documentary.
Yeah.
Why would they do that? Because they know.
Yeah.
Let's capitalize.
It's not even done.
What, the rest of the documentary?
Yeah, it's not even done.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
They moved it up because we all home. So they just finished 9.
And I told you, they dropped it in the middle, right in the beginning of Taurus season.
It was supposed to come out in June.
Taurus the bull, they're the bulls. Trust me, they know because it was supposed to come out in June. They moved it up because we're all home and they wanted to capitalize.
Somebody said that was Green Barber Mall. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. So, young people in the mix, all of this at the same time, what do they hold as valuable?
Yeah.
They sneakers or whatever the case, or their hair or their nails. So, again, we're in the middle of a time where separation is going to be clear. A lot of this shit is going to get washed and whatever comes out in the rinse comes out in the rinse.
Crazy.
Is what it is. I'm not even mad at them. I'm just looking at the point like, okay, so this time off, you didn't learn anything. Okay, fine. But that's cool too because everybody not gonna make it.
Yeah.
We've always said that. We've always said we gotta get out of this mindset that we all gonna make it. Everybody ain't gonna make it. Those who qualify and disqualify themselves is what it's really all about. And that's what I mean by it may not be just a bunch of black people. It may be people who synchronize on a frequency that go, yo, I'm tired of this lifestyle. I'm tired of what's coming next. Artificial intelligence. All of these things that we're going to be fighting and battling against. So it's going to be humanity against the machine.
Oh.
Man versus machine.
Oh, perfect segue.
I know what I'm doing, son. I peeked over.
Perfect segue.
Give Doc some credit.
So apparently, there's this social media influencer named.
Hold on. Wonder X, shoes represent your foundation. You are right. I wrote a whole chapter in Urban Culture Decoded on how important a sneaker is, what it represents metaphysically. You know what I'm saying? That we're traveling, that we're moving, that we're going places, even if it's just in a metaphysical sense. And with Jordan, that sneaker of him rising above things, and the archetype of it does. So trust me, you preaching to the choir, Wonder X, but thanks for putting that in there.
Y'all are getting balls tonight.
Yeah, we gonna put that in there.
Y'all are getting balls tonight.
Now tell me about the robots.
So there's this social media influencer named Michaela, aka Lil Michaela, who launched on Instagram April 2016 without explanation. The person Lil Michaela has 2.2 million followers on Instagram now. Now, here's the catch. This is a fake person. It's a CGI generated influencer person, like freckles.
So this is not an actual person.
That is not an actual person.
Wow.
With an Instagram, music videos.
2 million people.
Yes.
2 million followers on the gram.
Like they know this is not real.
Wow. Well, that's a telltale of the future.
Right? And what happened was they just signed a deal.
Stop it.
To CAA's, they're going to be their first virtual client. It says they plan to have deals with them in TV, film, trying to get their own show, commercials.
So let me get this right. They don't even need you niggas for shucking and jiving no more. At minimum, niggas would entertain. Like, look, boss, I can entertain. So now they have virtual entertainment. So they segue in, and this is going to be the trial run. You know how they do this.
Crazy.
And when it already has 2 million followers, I only have 3,000 followers on the gram. I'm a real person. Okay? And now this one, you know it ain't real. Sort of like wrestling.
Yeah.
That shit ain't. Did I break your heart with that?
No, you did not. You broke Eli's heart.
Oh, I know.
Eli was the one who was into it. That was not Malcolm.
Okay. So, but here we are. So they're integrating us into things that are not real. And we're giving our energy to it. And soon they're going to be cutting record deals. All your rappers, because they have all the information now.
Yeah.
So they can say, yo, download me a rapper who got a little bit of Kanye West, a little bit of Jay Electronica, a little bit of that one.
Yeah.
Put the beat on, make sure they're on tempo, little flows, and there it is.
Oh, somebody said it. That was a Black Mirror episode.
Oh, this was a Black Mirror?
Like, it was something like this, yeah.
Okay.
And I think Miley Cyrus was in that episode, if I'm correct.
I'm still traumatized by the Black Mirror episode that you and Eli didn't warn me about.
I feel like I did warn you about it.
No, you didn't. Yeah, I was like, watch this, Dad.
No. You know what's crazy?
I think Eli wanted to see my reaction. Eli's smart. Dad, did you watch the episode yet?
Yeah, I didn't.
Like, no, he was sitting there watching.
Because I watched the past episodes, and that was a new season that had dropped. So I'm like, no, it's a good show. Watch it.
Yeah, Eli did that on purpose.
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah, he got me on purpose on that one. Just to see what Dad's response would be. But this is the future. Soon you're going to be able, like, what was that? Demolition Man, I believe the movie was, where everything was virtual. One of the movies, even sex. Like I spoke about it.
Come on.
That's got to be the safest sex. Oh, no, you can get a sex virus. Wow.
Burn your whole computer out.
Oh, whoa.
You don't come back for that.
Now, you don't come back for that. That ain't the clap. You can go get a shot. No, dude.
No shot for that way.
Dude, there's no shot. They downloaded a hack on you, son. You're done. Wow.
Yeah, so I was about to say something else. Oh, I was saying, like, how come, like, why is the transition trying to happen so fast? Or are we behind?
We're behind. Listen, they've been working on this for a long time, and I think this reset, now they got to move, maybe 5G, the technology to really pull it off, all the things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe it has to be a synchronicity, and now the jump is going to come, and when the lights are turned back on in reference to all of this that we see, you know what I mean? Because the young people are already up on certain things that we're not up on, you know, especially me, you know what I mean? So, and this is not about people my age in the chat. Y'all know what I mean. Our time is come and gone. We got more time behind us than in front of us in most cases. This is about the babies. This is about youngster, you know what I mean, who hits the timeline and already know how to work a computer because he already received the digital download from mommy and daddy consciously. You know what I mean? So when he hits down, he's like, yo. So you got to get him in coding early. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll take care of the certain gifts that, you know what I mean, get that thing rocking. Yeah. So that's what we're up against.
Yeah.
And this is the future. You can embrace it or not.
Jeez, man.
I'm trying to get me some digital coochie. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, I have to. I'm telling wifey, look, I got to at least try this out. I still love you, girl, but I got to get me some digital coochie.
Jeez.
Let it rip, baby.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Fellas, you know what I mean.
Did you hear about Kim Jong-un being alive?
Yeah, I'm hearing he faked his death.
Somebody said, like, I heard reports that he faked his death to kind of weed out the traitors in his circle because, like say, if we have a policy here where, like, if this happens, nobody should know about it, then we fake it, then everybody knows about it, then it's like, fam, I told you.
Oh, yeah, so that's how you weed out.
Yeah.
Who knows what?
Like TMZ got that story? You
get how did that happen?
How did that happen? So
it's
kind of smart, I guess.
That's a smart idea. I guess if it were, unless they cloned him and that's the next Kim Jong-un. You know what I'm saying? Kim Jong-un number 7 or whatever the case may be. Could be anything. I'm not from Korea. They could be telling me any goddamn thing. Yeah.
And okay, there's another thing. So one of my followers, he's a Urban X.
You have followers?
On Twitter. I have followers on Twitter. We follow each other.
Followers?
Whatever.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I think his name is Ahmaud too, as well. He said that he made an announcement on Twitter. He said that now, like, instead of like, you know how they will call us like hoteps, we can call them. It's a term that was actually floating on Twitter. It's called new blacks. Like people that just realized they was black, like 2015.
Oh, okay.
That one, Blavity, if you know the blog,
Blavity, yes.
Calling them Blavity, and it was something else, and I was just like, that was perfect.
Okay, I need some comeback.
I had to come back. I was like, okay, I got you.
I'm gonna need some comebacks.
You got Black Lives Matter in your Twitter bio, or you a Blavity?
What happened to Black Lives Matter?
I think somebody said the check didn't clear from Soros.
From Soros, yeah. So they done now.
Yeah,
huh?
Probably.
Wow. Okay, so tell me about this Chinese doctor, man, who he was a whistleblower or he was creating.
Let me actually pull up the articles. Keep talking.
Yeah. So I'm hearing about this Chinese doctor. Somebody said, "Dot, you're a freak." Yeah, I listen. I'm not a freak, but I got to get some digital coochie before I leave the planet. Okay, download the coochie. I'm in.
See.
My wife gonna put hands on me later, but anything to get the vote, the listeners up.
Okay. I have it right here.
Okay, here we go.
So his name was Dr.
Don't butcher that Chinese man's name. Don't do it.
Yeah, he was a University of Pittsburgh professor, and he was shot and killed in an apparent murder-suicide. And apparently, this doctor was on the cutting. He was on like the cutting edge of COVID-19 research.
Okay.
And they calling it. He was shot. He was a research assistant, and he was shot in the head, neck, and torso.
Okay.
And he was found in his house, and then the person who killed him shot themselves as well.
So this is a suicide mission. That might have been a Manchurian candidate, right? Get him out, and then so that there's no trail after this. Because what's getting bored is he committed suicide. Somebody who's well-being, in their right frame of mind, and then you say, well, he committed suicide.
Yeah, they said it was the other man was found dead in his car. They said he apparently shot and killed the professor, got in his car, drove home, and killed himself.
Or maybe he drove home, and when he got there to get his paycheck, they clapped him. You know how that goes. Yeah,
and then they said that police believe that they knew each other. There was zero indication that it was targeting due to him being Chinese.
Was there digital sex involved?
Probably.
Were they digital lovers?
Probably.
Okay.
We don't know.
All right.
Interesting.
All interesting stuff.
So let's take some questions from the chat. Do we have
questions?
We good? Okay, we good. I'm just trying to see if we had anything else we didn't touch on.
Questions
from the chat, man. Then we're gonna get up out of here.
Questions. 2 Chinese doctors caught COVID and turned black. I saw that. Yeah, something with the liver went bad or something.
Yeah, we spoke about that a couple weeks ago.
White House drawing up an investigation of COVID and China connection. Again, that may be because we have to have a fall guy. We have to have an Osama bin Laden. We have to have a Saddam Hussein. So the Chinese Wuhan connection may just be when y'all, because y'all obviously, we as a people are not falling for the nonsense as much as they thought. So now they're going to set up the next stage, and that could be. But, you know, just stay diligent in how we do things.
That reminds me, I watch Hollywood on Netflix. Nah, I've seen it. Like, I've gone past it, but I've never watched it. I guess
we'll watch it. Me and wifey have been watching the Atlanta child murders.
Whoa. Yeah,
it's a documentary, a 5-part series on HBO. We're about 4 parts through of what happened in the 80s. When all of these
they were going missing.
All these children were missing, and they try to blame it on this one guy, Wayne Williams. And there's a lot of different layers to it, so it's really pretty good. I don't know if anybody else in the chat has been watching that.
Okay.
We're just joining out here in these upscale urban communities. All right.
Oh, what do you think about they're trying to bring, well, because there's no sports, they're trying to do anything to honestly just hype people up. So tonight on ESPN, they were doing like a special on the NFL schedules being released.
Yeah, that means that they have lost all interest in providing anything. Yeah. Now you're gonna make a tan. This is ESPN. Yeah. Hey Bob, I think the schedule's out. What do you think about week 5, John? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I think this quarantine has just exposed a lot of people. Like, we don't need a lot of people.
Right. They
in all levels.
They're not essential. They're non-essential. Including all your athletes.
Yeah, all levels.
All your entertainers, all of this stuff. You want to know what non-essential is, just pay attention.
Yeah.
Now, I'm missing a lot of questions. I just got the HBO series down. All right. They messed over.
What are you doing to boost your immune system? Sea moss, zinc, vitamin C.
Right. Zinc, vitamin C, sea moss, colloidal silver, echinacea. We've been on it. We have a infrared sauna here in our home. Wealth. You know what I'm saying? So we
wealth.
Yeah, no, we we burn out that. You know what I mean? So I have an ozone machine that sends out oxygen, an O3 level joint. You know what I mean? We have the pieces on our phones.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To protect. Yep, show yours since I can't really get my case off. You know what I'm saying? We have we've been going to war. We have one plugged into the wall which covers the whole circumference of the home. I have orgone pyramids strategically placed. So that's what we're doing, and we're keeping our minds right. You know what I mean? We're keeping our mental focus right because
I work out.
He's working out.
I
read all the things that we're getting back to normal. So if you know, Miss, oh yeah, my wife has been eating. She's on a fast of a different nature. Like, we'll get up together and say, today we're not eating, and then I'll see her eating. I'm like, did I miss something? Like, did I miss the memo? Oh yeah, well this is just the stuff I eat. I'm like, well, we fasting, So we have lots of fun around here. Lots of fun. So these are the things we're doing here to keep focused and keep right. And if you notice, we ran our themes, and then we was like, enough is enough.
Yeah, man.
Let's get back to what's regular for us so we can get this thing moving. We are the original people. We're going to be here. We're going to make it. For those who didn't make it, now they're on the other side. You know what I'm saying? You can charge into that energy. You know what I'm saying? If you know how, and make that happen. When is the next Obar sliding through? As soon as he finished the body of work, he said May that the book will be finished. But with what's going on in the world, everybody's schedule is a little back. So all he got to do is tell us when he's ready to come through.
Mashawn Jones, did you read 50's book? I just got it yesterday.
Yeah, he just got it yesterday.
And I started it already, but it's pretty good so far.
All right, a lot of orgone crystals too. Exactly. Moto Queen, appreciate you.
What else? Do you do any combat?
Did you see the Waco documentary? I did not.
What's that?
Is that Waco, Texas? When they killed those people out there? I'm not really sure.
No.
Okay.
Do any combat training such as boxing, MMA? No.
Malcolm can't fight.
Listen.
His whole generation can't throw hands.
Listen.
They liable to shoot you or something.
Test if you won't.
But they can't do this.
Listen.
You know what I mean? They can't do this.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? That's a language in itself.
Listen to me.
All right.
From the shoulders up,
All right. Malcolm, don't vaccinate the young guard. Yeah, we had a discussion today. We'll keep it private, but it was in general about the options that we have available to us. And, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times it's fear-based too. You know, a lot of young moms and dads, they get you in there and they get you fearful. But we're going to do everything we can do to reverse as much as we can. See, that's another reason, you know, we know as much as we know and stay in touch with Phil Valentine and those who know how to quell a lot of that stuff. Get that mercury out of your body, you know, get all of those metals out of the body so that, you know, we stay...
Mel, it's it's called growthin1.com.
Right, the hair products.
Growthin1.com, yeah.
Obviously, you've been using it, no?
Nah.
Oh, you just ain't got a haircut. Oh, yeah, here we go, plug.
Because they just asked.
Plug for Amber.
Yes.
Growthin1.com. Turn around.
Oh, shit, my fault, yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. Also, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week. So we want to give a shout out to all the teachers out there.
Yes.
Who are working super hard, even from home right now.
Absolutely.
Who work hard all year. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my boy Janai.
Yes.
Shout out to my man Brandon. Shout out to everybody, all the great teachers out there. We appreciate you.
Shout them out. Somebody asked me what I think about Elon Musk, name of his baby. What's the name of his baby?
It's like some science. That's the name of his baby. That scientific code X.
Oh,
yeah.
You see, he's lining his baby up for the future. Yeah. Soon, you know, QX, R2D2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why name your baby Johnny when you can name him R27, code 1?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Holyfield said he's trying to come out of retirement. He's bugging.
Holyfield.
I don't know. You see Tyson? He look good.
Oh, Tyson looked like, huh?
Yeah.
I like that meme with Holyfield where his mask is hanging off his face because he said thanks Tyson, like he ain't got 2 ears.
That's
he
funny.
Couldn't put the mask on. It was funny.
Hilarious.
He's got the mask hanging like, yo, thank Tyson.
That's funny. I mean,
he's trying to. Well, he had a lot of financial issues.
Yeah, he made like $100 million in his career.
But you know that money when you got a big ass mansion and all of that.
Yeah, you know Rick Ross lives in that mansion now.
Right. So I'm not gonna pay to see Holyfield fight unless he fighting Tyson. That might be a nice.
It might be sad though. Like the first round,
sad, yeah.
like the first round,
2-3 rounds.
Yeah, it got to be over after that.
Yeah, I bit his ear off last time.
Yeah.
This time I'm gonna bite his other ear off.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the greatest. I'm crazy. You can't do nothing with me. How old am I now? I'm 55.
No, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if I should be fighting. You know, yeah.
Any other questions?
Tyson Fury's pops challenge Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, he did. But Tyson Fury's pops looks
Yeah. Shit, I might fight Tyson now. No, he was hitting that heavy.
Yeah. You don't want to with him.
Hard. I was like, ooh.
Somebody said, where are the so-called black leaders? Great question.
They're all gone.
Great question, because before all this was happening, Jay-Z was in photo ops with all the lawmakers. Meek Mill was in front of all the lawmakers.
They're all gone.
What are they doing now?
I haven't heard nothing. Meek just had a baby. Congratulations to Meek.
He did.
And his queen.
He did. On his birthday.
Yeah, they just had their baby. But, see, I don't look at that as a bad sign. I dealt with that in the Hulk yesterday. It may not be bad because we never needed leaders anyway, because leaders can be bought, and they've always been bought. And I even made a joke like, damn, where's at least Al Sharpton right now?
Yeah.
You know he's going to get a check cut to him, but at least he could be out in front, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's a bad thing. Leaders, not necessarily. That's old paradigm.
Did you hear about Live Nation? They're trying to start concerts back at least this year, but they're going to have, like, pods of people. Like
you're going to be sitting in a pod now?
Yeah. So it's like the arenas is not going to have, or like the concert space, no more than like 220 people.
Oh, how's that going to make any money?
And like pods of 12. I don't know.
Them concerts, this is how all of these artists eat.
That's the only way they eat.
That's the only way they eat, because they sold away all the other rights.
Yes.
So it's going to be an interesting summer when these artists come out here and really blow their hand.
Well, some artists like Tory Lanez, he's found a way to adapt to what's happening. I think he's the only one that's really.
And what is he doing?
He actually signed a deal with YouTube because he was doing like his quarantine radio on Instagram Live.
Okay.
And that was doing numbers.
Right.
And then he actually signed a deal with YouTube because he's a completely independent now.
Okay.
So he did a concert on YouTube Live, and he's getting paid from YouTube, and then people are actually sending in their cash, super chats and things like that.
Okay.
So that's the way. I'm not sure everybody's going to have it like that, but...
Malcolm, have you bought any stocks lately?
No.
Okay. All right.
No,
that's where your discipline needs to go up.
True.
And I'm taking understanding of the, but right now he's taking some other courses.
I'm taking another course right now. Yes.
Yes. We don't play around here.
Yeah, man. We busy.
Yep. Who cares? They're useless. Okay. All right. Al Sharpton.
Yeah, he was talking about Al Sharpton.
Oh yeah, he looking like a straight bobblehead now. And it's one thing to be doing,
Rollo Goodlove from the Boondocks. Funny.
Mm-hmm. Tory is working it for real. All right, you into cryptocurrency? No. I'm waiting for you to win, and then I go, oh shit, let me win.
Somebody said we're not gonna talk about how Stein is a male, though. I don't think she's a male. Yo, but I just showed him.
I saw that video.
I just showed him a video of them doing. It's called a deep fake, where they can superimpose. Like they did.
Oh, that was crazy.
They did Steve Harvey's face over Megan Thee Stallion, and it looks like he's actually rapping her. Like it looks.
It's crazy, and that's just stuff they showing you.
Yeah, no, that's somebody who's doing it in their house. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So if you're good at it,
imagine.
So imagine what the yeah. That's why I'm saying the things you see or you think you see are not really true. You don't know what to believe in this, and you see it and don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
That's my automated kitty box.
Oh, I was like, what the hell is that? Okay. Yeah. See, you see all this high tech.
No, we don't lift kitty poop. No. I even got mine connected to the smartphone to tell me when the cat box is full. Press a button.
If y'all would have seen the gift he's trying to get for the baby.
Yeah.
It's just some real.
Yeah. I don't play.
Some real high tech.
Yes.
I didn't even know this existed, but fine.
Because listen, normally at the baby shower, the people will open the gifts. We're not going to have that. But I was already laying in the cut. I'm going to give everybody their oohs and ahs. And when I drop this, it's like, ooh.
So what we're doing is on June 7th, actually, we're going to be doing, because of social distancing and all this thing, we're going to be doing a virtual baby shower, and the Urban X community is invited.
Oh, okay. Clap that up. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, again, like I said, if you want to contribute, we'll shout you out. We really appreciate anything, you know what I'm saying? We just want to make this our transition, me and Erie's transition into parenthood, a smooth one.
Yes, because it's you guys are in for a journey.
Yeah.
But it's going to be an amazing journey. And I just can't wait to, participate. Give you guys some chance to do the mother-father thing. And then I'll be here in the mix, ready to be the superhero that I am.
Here you go.
Yes. That's the way it goes. That's what grandparenting is all about. So is that it? Get the baby a quantum computer. Yes.
With that being said,
I want to end the show a little bit different tonight.
Okay.
All right? I want to tell you that we love you.
We appreciate you guys for being here.
We appreciate you guys.
Don't forget to like. Hit that like button.
Hit that like on the way out the door. Put your shoes back on. Hit the like on the way out. But we are not alone. And I think this video that we're about to play best encapsulates that. The world around us is changing. You know what I mean? And you can act like it ain't. But we are not alone. And I want you to connect this video to the ant video that we just showed.
In the beginning.
And with that being said, we'll say peace. And we'll see you Tuesday.
The experts are wrong. What if quarantining the healthy doesn't actually save lives? What if wearing a mask in public is not effective? My name is Dr. Jeff Barkey, and I'm here representing thousands of physicians across the country whose voices are being silenced because we don't agree with the mainstream media and the experts who are telling us what to do. Never in the history of this great republic have we quarantined the healthy. Never in the history of this great republic have we told churchgoers that it's illegal for you to exercise your First Amendment right of freedom of religion. Yet at the same time, it's essential to keep pot dispensaries open. Never in the history of this country have we been told that you can't go to church because it's non-essential, but you can go get an abortion because that's essential. Never before in our country have we let criminals out of jail, but we've told you you can't exercise your Second Amendment right and protect yourself by purchasing a firearm. When liquor stores are deemed essential, but your businesses are deemed non-essential, there's something wrong going on. This booklet, the Declaration of Independence and our U.S. Constitution, was never designed to restrain the people. It was designed to restrain the government. This is not New York, and thank God this is not San Francisco. Governor Newsom has gone too far. Governor Newsom has stepped on our liberties and our freedoms. As a physician, I can tell you, yes, this virus is dangerous, but as we see the statistics come in, we're realizing that the fatality rate of this virus is in the ballpark of a bad seasonal influenza. What we're also knowing is that just like other respiratory viral illnesses in the past, we get over this virus by achieving herd immunity. We can never achieve herd immunity by keeping the herd quarantined. It's time that we protect the vulnerable